Retro Frosted Flakes.
Or as Gen Xers like me call it, Frosted Flakes. Hi everyone, I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Maxwell.
Welcome to Seriously Cereal.
Episode 292.
Seriously Cereal is made possible by viewers like you.
And by Blue Legacy, a volunteer-run nonprofit dedicated to bringing people together.
You can find out more at
www.seriouslycereal.org. That's right, Spoonie.
Thanks, Spoonie. If you like to eat your cereal dry, then you are a snacker, like our buddy Bowler.
Or if you prefer with milk, then you are a spooner, like our friend Spoonie. That's him.
Every month we post episodes with a theme, and this month's theme is...
Eat with your eyes.
Okay, so Kellogg's made a Fruit Loops mix-up that had swirls of color, but you didn't think they tasted any better.
Well, I did think they looked interesting though, and wanted to try them.
Okay, that's a very good point. That's a very good point. So it kind of worked.
Yeah. I think how something looks does definitely affect whether or not we want to eat it.
Mm-hmm.
And today's interesting looking cereal is Retro Frosted Flakes.
Or as Gen Xers like me call it, Frosted Flakes.
I do have to ask though, is this actually what Tony looked like when you were a kid?
Okay, you got me. No, Tony didn't look quite this retro when I was a kid. This is probably the Tony the Tiger that like my mom saw from like the 1950s and the 1960s. The Tony the Tiger that I would have seen would have been in the 1970s and the 1980s.
All right, Spoonie.
Okay.
Frosted Flakes launched in 1952, but Tony wasn't the only mascot. Kellogg's asked kids if they liked Tony, Katie the Kangaroo, Elmo the Elephant, or Newt the New best. Tony the Tiger won the vote and is still featured on boxes of Frosted Flakes today. As a matter of fact, Tony is considered one of the most recognizable mascots in the world.
However, you'll notice that Tony's design has definitely changed over the years. He started out looking a lot more like a real-life tiger with a wider face that reminded a lot of kids of a domestic pet cat. Over time, Tony got a more streamlined, animated look, and his face got narrower, more human, and less cat-like.
This box of Retro Frosted Flakes costs $3.78 and contains 14 servings per box. That's about 27 cents per serving.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, and a serving is 1 cup. Calories in one serving is 130 calories, 33 grams of carbohydrates, and 12 grams of added sugar.
All the cereals this month have had 12 grams of added sugar.
So they're sweet treat cereals, no more than 1 serving a day.
Exactly. So this is an interesting view of your eyes because it's setting in your mind like this is like the older Frosted Flakes, even though it's really just the box.
Yeah, I was gonna say I kind of miss having old retro Tony here.
But yeah, no, it's Frosted Flakes.
Classic.
Yeah, it's got that like sugary, like very thin layer of like icing on it, mixed with like the slight corn taste.
It's the incredible flavor of Kellogg's Corn Flakes, but completely frosted.
Yeah.
Frosted Flakes don't tend to be sticky, so I always say they do tend to be not too bad to eat as a snacker. Though, obviously, they're not all nice and big like this. Some of them are very, very little small pieces, but, I think still it's perfectly fine. I always like to point out about Frosted Flakes is that more than any other cereal, well, except like the cereals that have marshmallows in them, I feel like people are always like, oh, Frosted Flakes, it's just loaded with sugar, it's coated with sugar. Yes, it is. But I do want people to keep in mind it's 12 grams of added sugar per serving, which is what the vast majority of cereals on the market that's actually like a goal that they try to hit. It's like, okay, well, we won't go over 12 grams per serving. It's not more. As a matter of fact, it's less than a lot of the sugared cereals out there. Now, I'm not saying everyone should run and buy sugared cereals, especially if you're looking for more of your whole grains and vitamins and minerals in your breakfast bowl. Obviously, this would not be the choice. But for your sweet treat cereal, this is no more sugared. Like I'm saying, as a matter of fact, it's actually less sugared than quite a few of the cereals on the market.
And you guys might be noticing that I'm trying to eat this kind of fast because Frosted Flakes, at least in my eyes, I kind of know it for getting soggy really fast. And one thing about it compared to Corn Flakes, actually, it seems like there's a lot more like tiny bits with every serving you get, even before you get like near the bottom of the box. And as a spooner, once you're dealing with those in the milk, it's not pleasant because they're just like tiny soggy bits, and it's just not fun to like fish them out of the milk.
Yeah, the tiny bits are not fun to fish out of a dry bowl.
Yeah, and personally, I think the Frosted Flakes are better where they do still have that little bit of crunch. So, yeah. But I mean, it's fine. I give it a 4 out of 5 as a spooner. It's Frosted Flakes.
Actually, I'm going to say the same thing. Yes, they're slightly inconvenient, but not that much. I mean, I'm still sitting here. It's perfectly fine.
Exactly.
Even the small pieces are big enough to pick up. So I'd say 4 out of 5.
All right, Spoonie.
Thank you, Spoonie.
Awesome.
I think we were right on time that time.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
We're not big enough to be paid through YouTube, but you can support the show in lots of different ways over at seriouslycereal.org.
Because this show is safe for kids, YouTube turns off comments. But we love hearing from you. Go to seriouslycereal.org and click the mailbox to write to me, Spoonie, Bowler, Forkamillion, or any of us.
Seriously Cereal will be back next Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific time with another Eat With Your Eyes cereal.
See you guys then.